You are one step away from building a nice-looking app that actually works. With just a few prompts, we can create a clean UI, make it clickable, and turn it into a functional MVP. Here's what we'll build. Content OS Lite, a simple internal app where you can add content projects, change their status, manage checklists, and keep the data even after refreshing the page. A lot of vibe-coded apps look impressive in the first demo. The UI looks clean, the buttons are there, looks like everything is ready. But the real test is usually much more boring. A working app should let you add and update data, refresh the browser, and still keep everything in place. That is where many AI-built apps get stuck. They look like apps, but they still behave like prototypes. So in this video, I don't want to build a fake $1 million app in 10 minutes demo. We're going to build an internal app that combines ChatGPT for brainstorming, Claude Design for visual designing, and Codex for building working parts. Before opening Claude Design, I want to do one step that most people skip, that is brainstorming the app idea first. For this step, I would use ChatGPT. Claude Design comes later, when we need the visual structure. Codex also comes later, when the project is ready for implementation. Right now, the job is much simpler. Turn a messy app idea into something small enough to build and test. This is the prompt I would use. After considering, I'm going to choose idea number 4. This idea is simple enough to build, but still useful enough to test properly. The user is a creators, marketers, researchers, startup teams, or anyone collecting useful links and notes. The pain point is easy to understand. Content work is scattered everywhere. This idea gives us one small dashboard to track the data. Before we build anything, the scope needs to be very clear. Content OS Lite is an internal app. In today's video, I want to show how Claude Design and Codex can work together and how a non-coder can test a small app properly. The MVP will include a simple dashboard for content projects, plus a form for adding new projects. Each project needs a status board with stages like research, outline, script, edit, and published. There will also be a project detail page, a checklist inside each project, and local storage so the data stays there after refreshing the browser. That is enough for a real local MVP. At the same time, some features should stay out of this version, like user accounts, real database, etc. Keeping the scope small makes the workflow easier to understand. If we ask AI to build everything at once, a clean little MVP can quickly turn into a three-headed dragon. So the rule for this build is simple. One workflow, one small app, one clear test. Now we can open Claude Design and create the first version of the app. At this stage, Claude Design only needs to shape the app. Good context matters here. A vague prompt can still produce a nice-looking dashboard, but the flow may not match what we actually need. So the prompt should be specific. Here is the prompt. If you do not have the template, or this is the first time you use Claude Design, it might ask you the preference interface like this. Once Claude Design generates the UI, I'll review the screens before doing anything else. The first thing to check is whether the app flow makes sense. The Add Project button should be easy to find. The status should be visible without hunting around the page. A project detail page should feel like the natural place to view notes and checklist items. At this point, the design does not need to be perfect. It only needs to be clear enough for Codex to turn into a working local app. If something important is missing, I can ask Claude Design for a small revision. This is where Claude Design is useful. It helps us explore the app visually before we ask a coding agent to build the logic.
By the way, if you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to AI Fire. We cover the most important AI updates every day. Our goal is simple: help you stay ahead without spending hours sorting through the noise. So hit subscribe, follow AI Fire, and keep your AI advantage growing.
Now we need to move from design to implementation. I'll export or download the project from Claude Design as PDF file, then put it into a project folder that Codex can access. Before asking Codex to build anything, I want it to read the folder first. This matters because beginner mistakes often happen when the coding agent starts changing files before it understands the project. Here is the prompt I would use. This small pause gives us more control. Instead of saying, build the app and hoping for the best, we ask Codex to understand the project and create a plan first. If the plan looks too big, we can reduce it. If Codex suggests any advanced settings like backend authentication, database, etc., we slow it down. For this video, we only need the core local MVP. After Codex reviews the project and gives a plan, we can ask it to build the working parts. The goal is simple: turn the prototype into an app that can handle the main flow. A user should be able to add a project and see it appear on the dashboard. From there, the app should allow status updates, project detail navigation, checklist editing, and saved data after refreshing the browser. That is the core behavior we need for this MVP. Here is the implementation prompt. Local storage is especially important here. It lets the browser remember the project data without setting up a real backend. For a beginner-friendly local MVP, that is enough. We are not trying to build the final version today. The target is proving that the core workflow can run. After Codex finishes, I'll open the app in the browser and the real test begins. Now we test the app. We need to ensure that the app works and fix the error if needed. The first test is checking the dashboard page. Let's check the interface before clicking any button. The page should have a nice looking design and every sections are well organized. I think the interface is pretty good now. After that, I'll check the Add New Project section. I'll enter all of the informations, then submit the form. If nothing shows up, the button might need to be fixed. Next, I'll check the project detail page. The app should show the correct project and the right information. The checklist comes next. I want to ensure the list is working by checking and unchecking a few items. Also, I want to add something into this checklist. If it shows up right after you click the Add button, this page has nothing to fix. Finally, I'll refresh the browser. This is the big local MVP test. After refresh, the project should still be there. If anything is resetted, local storage is not working properly. This step is not exciting, but it gives us a clear list of things to fix. You can skip this step if your app is working good. After testing, I'll write down the issues I find. This is where the fix needs to stay focused. Adding new features during bug fixing usually makes the project harder to control. So I'll choose 2 or 3 clear issues and ask Codex to fix only those. You can use this prompt to fix your problems. After Codex fixes the issues, I'll test again. If everything passes, we have the result I wanted. A small internal app that actually works as a local MVP. Here's my personal take after testing this workflow. I chose Codex and Claude Design for this video because I wanted to test a mixed workflow. A lot of people naturally pair Claude Design with Claude Code, and that makes sense. But the real skill is knowing how to hand off context between tools instead of getting locked into one tool stack. The bigger lesson is learning how to split the work clearly. One tool shapes the app, another tool builds the behavior, and the human still tests the result. I also found a Reddit post from someone who used Claude Design with Claude Code to redesign a mobile app. Their experience lines up with this workflow pretty well. Claude Design is great for quickly exploring different UX and design directions, but you need to clean up artboards and code regularly because it can easily turn into a messy design dump. The user also mentions about ChatGPT creates icon better than Claude Design. That is sort of the lesson I want to keep in this video. Vibe coding works best when one tool is not treated as the whole solution. Claude Design is stronger for shaping the app visually, while Codex is useful for turning that structure into working behavior. For non-coders, this workflow is practical because you don't need to understand every line of code at the beginning. You still need to understand the user flow clearly enough to know what should happen when someone adds a project, changes a status, checks an item, or refreshes the page. That is how you tell the difference between an app that works and an app that only looks good. If you want more practical AI workflows like this, subscribe to AI Fire. I share beginner-friendly ways to use AI tools to build apps, automations, and business workflows without getting lost in the technical mess. Goodbye, and I will see you in the next video.